Hi, it's Megan. So this is a request video. This is a video about getting rid of puffiness under the eyes and dark eye circles. So I don't have that big of a problem most of the time with this type of a thing, but there was a job I had where I'd work really late a lot of times, and I always had this thing that going into work looking like you're tired was just not professional, and it was a weakness and all that. So I learned some tricks. And then I did a little research on the internet, and then I also reached out to a couple of beauty boards to get tips from other people. So first of all, if you have either dark circles under your eyes or puffy eyes, look at the causes, right? The most obvious one, for whatever reason, is sleep. Even now, occasionally, like at Christmas, I'll go to a party, have something to drink late at night, stay up later than normal, then I'll get puffy eyes and dark circles. Somehow the lack of sleep and having something to drink at the same time just makes it a lot worse. So sleep is number one. Vitamins are number two. It could be vitamin K, antioxidants, B12 that can cause dark circles and puffy eyes. It could be salt. Smoking can cause it. Allergies can cause it. Nasal congestion. So I didn't know this, but the veins around your eyes are darkened and dilated if you have nasal congestion. So if that's the problem, I'm just going to start here with one solution, then I'll go back to the problems. Use a saline solution to basically clear out your nose, especially before bed. But that's just one solution for that particular one, which I did right now. Alcohol, and then genetics. Sometimes it's just the way your eyes are. People that have deep set eyes tend to have that problem with darker circles. And sometimes it's just genetics. There's no real reason. So a couple of natural cures is hemorrhoid cream, slicing up potatoes, cucumber, avocado, using tea bags that are cool or cold, especially caffeinated tea bags, and putting them all on your eye. What else did I see? All in your eye, even spoons for, I saw recommendations lasting from 15 minutes to 30 minutes. I actually used to do the tea bag one a lot, and that one worked really well for me. You can also put something just cool to get rid of the puffiness, but if it's something frozen, then you should put it in something so that the cold doesn't go, the ice doesn't go directly on your under eye area, but instead it has like a cloth or something between. You don't want that directly on your skin because it could damage it. Then a list of products. So first of all, I'm just going to go through the concealer option, and then I'm going to go through a bunch of eye creams, patches, and whatnot that I've tried and that other people have tried. But I do want to talk about concealers really quickly just because that's faster. So the concealer I've been using a lot lately is the Josie Maran Argan Creamy Concealer Crayon, and it looks like this. And I thought this would be a really good, and it kind of twists up. What I like about this one is that it's got that tip. So I can actually very carefully, you can see I've got a little bit of a dark circle today, very carefully put it on. It's natural, it's light, but still good coverage. Just blend it in and get really where I want it, very precisely. You can do that with a brush too, but I don't know, I like this better. And then if you do just a tiny bit and really blend it so that it's not super noticeable. I think the one thing I see a lot with concealers is people just glob it on. They don't take the time to blend it. I like blending it with my finger just to make it look like a slight coverage on your eye area, and then set it with a translucent powder. The best one I think is the Guerlain Meteorites, because that's going to have a little bit of a glow, a translucency. The glow basically is going to deflect, so you don't see the darkness quite so much. So I wouldn't go for a super heavy coverage foundation. That's usually going to look obvious, like you're trying to cover something, and honestly it doesn't necessarily always cover as well as we'd like, especially as the day wears on. But if you use a lighter coverage and then a translucent powder, it's going to look a little bit more natural. So I really like that. So some products. I got some great recommendations, and then there's products, like I said, I've used. The one that I actually have used a lot is the Shiseido Retinol eye masks, and this was probably the #1 recommended one. And these are those little half circles that go under your eyes, and they basically mimic all the other stuff I was talking about. The tea bags, this, that, and the other. You put it on, and it's a little semicircle thing, crescent, and you just let it sit there for 20 to 30 minutes depending on how much time you have. That actually has helped me a lot, both with puffiness and with dark circles. some creams. Trish McEvoy's Retinol Eye Cream at Night. So again, retinol is one of the things, along with vitamin K, that were basically recommended the most. Eye creams with vitamin K and retinol for getting rid of the dark circles. And then Nude also has a complete eye renewal, which the person who recommended Trish McEvoy for the first time said they use them both. And it's had a huge, huge difference. Another product that I have and use and love is the GlanGlow Bright Mud Eye Treatment. So this comes in a little round dome, one for each eye, and you pat it under, and again, you leave it for about 20 minutes. And that, to me, is a wonderful, wonderful product. The Sunday Riley Start Over Cream, which was good for prevention of age, but also it seems like a lot of these heavy duty night creams have made a difference. Not 100%, but you know what? Our skin is never going to be perfect. Even at my best, when my skin was at its best and it was really good when I was younger, it was never perfect. So you're going to get rid of most of it, but not all of it. Algenist Complete Eye Renewal Balm. This is another product in brand that I really like. I also like their serum, their restructuring serum. I've noticed a huge difference in my skin. And so with these eye creams, a lot of it is basically that as you're taking care of your skin, a lot of these products are really working cumulatively to even out even the eye area. So that Algenist brand I really recommend highly. And most of these that I've used aren't too heavy. I've never heard of this, but Zelen's Triple Action Eye Cream. It's like a gel. It obliterates dark circles and cools the skin, which reduces puffiness. Clinique's All About Eyes is one at a much less lofty price range. One I've also used a lot, Bath & Body Works Wexler, oh god, I can't read it, Fasteropia Instant Eye Depuffer. This is the one I actually had in my cabinet along with the Shiseido Eye Crescents, and GlanGlow didn't exist then. And this works wonders. You just, there's a little gel that you dot on, and I noticed the difference. Then someone said keeping your head elevated, and also sleeping on your back and side can cause eye circles, specifically on your side. So head elevated, not on your side. You can put iron into your diet. That was another thing that was recommended. People that are slightly anemic tend to have deeper set eyes, and they also tend to have more dark circles. And then I guess there's something called a roller, which I've never seen, but you can have little rollers, which are basically, I guess, coolers that you roll under your eye. That to me sounds a little frightening, honestly. I don't know that I want to roll something under my eye, but it was recommended. Giorgio Armani Rejuvenating Eye Serum and Estee Lauder Cooling Eye Illuminator. These are things, again, that are going to get rid of that puffiness in the morning. And Dermalogica Total Eye Care SPF 15 and their Intensive Night Repair for the evening. So these are some products that were recommended and some techniques and tips. I think at the end of the day, a lot of it comes down to identifying what the cause is and beefing up some of the vitamins that they recommend, making sure you get sleep. If it is a sinus thing, you can only get rid of it so much. So then you're going to have to also, you know, do a little coverage and maybe do those saline solutions to clean out your nose, which are horrible. I know my daughter had to deal with that when she was really young. It was awful. And then trying different brands and seeing what works. In a pinch, and this is what I actually do, since like I said, I don't have a big problem with this most of the time. And I also use so many products on my face, quite frankly, my skin's okay. And then if it's not, I just use a concealer that day. Little eye masks, specifically the Shiseido ones or the Natural Solutions offered. Then the last thing I have to say is Moly, which is a Korean brand, has a whole bunch of Panda products. They have little sticks which you use, one's a cooling and one's supposed to get rid of dark circles. I have not tried those. I have tried this Goodbye Dark Eye Corrector, and I do notice a slight difference. Not huge, but slight. This, however, is more a primer meant to go on, I think, under other things like a concealer, but it does make a slight difference. I would recommend the product a little, but I haven't seen such an amazing thing result using it that I would say it's going to take away the problem completely. But if you use a bunch of these solutions cumulatively, I think this is a great addition to your list of products. And I think also the little gel sticks are more popular than this particular product that they sell. I would try that. Anyway, I would love if people have other suggestions. If you would please comment on this video and share, that would be really appreciated. And also subscribe on YouTube. That's another thing that would be really appreciated. It helps me a lot. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.